family member that was close to Vanessa Guillen. And so when she disappeared, that family member's Facebook community and Instagram community, they're panicking. Where can we? I started asking questions about, I mean, in the Guard, there's all these things, and I know it's an Army program, so why isn't anybody coming forward, or why didn't she ask for help? And her friend, Angel, said she had asked for help, but she had started with her peers because she didn't know what to do. So I was trying to figure out how could we prevent that from happening, because any Army installation, any Army National Guard, Air National Guard are just one step away from a tragic loss like that. Started doing some research. I started reaching out to these young people in the active duty and said, hey, I mean, what would have made it easier for her to come forward? Or how could we, as SARCs, how could we have done better? How could we make this not happen again? So I said, how can I influence this? How can I fix this? And one of them said, we need to know what we can do. We're young.
The 3R's Peer Influencer program focuses on equipping junior leaders and the new generation of service members on how to recognize the signs of sexual violence and domestic violence, how to respond if a peer or someone they know is going through it, how to respond appropriately and without bias, and then how to reframe their prevention approaches from tertiary, which is after harm occurs, to more primary, preventing the root causes of domestic and sexual violence within their units, within their service, but also in their community and in their lives. The training program focuses on 4 main objectives that directly line with the IRC's recommendations for preventing sexual assault in the military. They include prevention, accountability, culture change, and victim safety and support.
To see how many new soldiers we get every single year, and just the soldiers we have helped has been incredible. I mean, we have had multiple soldiers. Our focus is typically E5 and below, but because I work in the state office, typically the soldiers I end up assisting are well above that rank, and they have just been so receptive to our program, and it's been great to see soldiers get the help that they need while also having career advancement, which is super encouraging to see.
Peer influencer, I would say that we were the boots on the ground. Like most soldiers, they're not going to want to talk to their E7 or even their E5 at that. They want to talk to somebody who's closer to their age, who's closer to their rank, just because they're more comfortable. And I think like having that connection and having those people on your base makes it so much more convenient. So like, I know I can trust this person. I know I can have a conversation with them, and I know that when I go to them, they're going to be able to help me, whether that's with financial issues or family issues or sexual assault, sexual harassment, buddy aid, those sort of things. Like, it all plays a part into just your everyday life. And like knowing those resources and being able to help those soldiers is something that I wouldn't have been able to do before without peer influencer.
For behavioral health, our peer influencers are really going to be our boots on the ground. There's not enough providers to help everybody in every unit all the time. Peer influencers can help bridge that gap. They can help identify areas that soldiers are struggling in ways that we might not have known about before. So they really are a huge, huge asset to behavioral health and psychological health as a whole, let alone in the other ways that they can help guide and lead the soldiers that are around them.
Getting deployed and taking the peer influencer course, it makes it so, you know, if somebody is going through a hard time, anybody can go through a hard time during deployment. It doesn't matter who you are, if you have a good life at home, if you have a support system, or if you don't. Somebody at some point is going to go through something, and taking this course, it's being able to be there and help somebody and make sure that they make it through.
So hope is the belief that things can change for the better. And where is there a better place than to really focus truly on comprehensive prevention than within the military? The biggest institution in our country with the power to affect positive change, and by focusing on a whole generation of service members and junior leaders, we believe that within the next 8 to 9 years that we can have big impact with this program.